All right.
I think Sarah Gordon's going to watch. Damn it.
Oh my gosh.
Sarah Gordon. I was out here
She's
making
like-
my pitch.
She's honestly really.
If she sees it, though.
What is going on, and welcome to another episode of the Urban Pitch Podcast, the beautiful game of life, part of the Believe Network. I'm Ramsey, editor of urbanpitch.com. I'm joined with the washed up crew. The washed up crew's in the building. This is one question I want to ask. We brought on Brigitte full-time as the co-executive director.
No.
You're welcome.
I just made some changes.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'll be CEO now. Tell John to move out the way.
CEO of Vibes?
Yeah, CEO of Vibes.
Or CEO
No,
of Vibes?
that's
Or
Gina.
CEO of Urban. Like,
I don't know about that.
the urban aspect of Urban Pitch.
Tone it down. You're taking it too far.
You might have took a lead.
Oh, no,
Tone
you know
it
what?
down a
I got
notch.
this.
Tone
I
it
got this. I'll be director of inclusion
Yeah, okay, maybe that.
and community outreach.
Okay, maybe.
I'm out here.
Maybe that'll work. But
out
so we got Brigitte Flores and Julio Monterosa, the co-executive director of Vibes.
She could be the executive.
Pending. This is still pending the titles. Julio likes to make things up, whatever. But one thing I wanted to ask. I mean, we've been the washed up crew since we started.
Yes.
Brigitte, do you feel like you're washed up? Like,
No, I think I'm
do you
just
feel like
getting
that applies?
started.
Yeah, because I feel like, I mean, Julio and I get each other.
We're
we're on the
washed up,
same
yeah.
page. But I just feel like, I don't know. Like, I want to call us the washed up crew, but
With the washed up queen.
I don't know if you're
queen.
quite there yet. And I don't mean this in a bad way at all, because obviously it's not a good or a bad thing. But do you feel like you're washed up, or you're.
No, I feel like it takes certain experience to get there, and I'm not there yet. But
She's still
been there.
Yeah.
But we can call her the first lady of the podcast. Well, I don't know yet. We gotta put
First
the.
lady.
no, we need to
I
figure
don't
out a nickname
Sounds
that fits.
Antiquated. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
We
Yeah.
gonna put a poll on the Urban
We'll
Pitch.
take any suggestions.
Yeah, we gonna put it on the Instagram
We'll
page.
take
like,
any suggestions.
what should we call Brigitte?
Yeah, because when I was doing the write-up, I was doing the notes for the last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned, the Brian Jordan joins the washed up crew, but I felt kind of weird putting you in that box, because I don't want to put words in your mouth, or put you in a category that you're not necessarily in, because I don't know, like I feel like I've been washed for years now. Like we're about the same age.
I know.
And I don't know, like it's just like the way like I don't like to be outside. Like the nightclub is the last place I want to be. But I feel like I see Brigitte going on vacation every other week. She's in Miami. She's going to Mexico. She's doing all these things. So we got to figure this out.
Yeah, we do.
As we can.
Yeah.
So I mean, you guys can continue your argument for the
Executive
the
director.
director of
No,
Vibes
no,
position.
she can have that. I'm doing community outreach
Community-
every weekend.
I feel like that's a demotion.
Friday. No, community outreach. I'm out here with the people.
I told you, I'm here to step in, and I'm gonna
So
start.
this is
He's gonna be my assistant
So
now.
this is a shuffling.
Your assistant. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't. It's because you can't argue with the help.
Oh,
see,
he went there.
Oh.
He went there.
Throwing shots. Already
you the
no.
help.
Interesting.
Bridget, she's trying to make.
I'm telling you, Julio's bougie. Like that, the help. That's like a bougie insult.
Yeah,
You know,
I
like calling someone
he
to
thinks
help.
he's bad and bougie out here.
No, it's not. Yeah,
That's like a
little-
Knives Out type.
No, it's not. But Bridget,
He gets.
Today's episode is brought to you by Bet Online. Bet Online is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports, contests, and events with first-to-market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. Bet Online continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to Bet Online today or use your mobile device to join and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50, that's BLEAV50, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts.
Called out to being. What are you again? Aren't you
The first to one
the
guy.
first one. He has a title now.
yeah.
He's known for
Mr.
it.
First to One himself.
First
We
to
He
haven't
One.
used
made it
that
because he
one
has
in
a
while.
meme now.
Yeah.
He thinks he can.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm out here. I'm really out here.
So yeah, I mean, so we haven't heard that in a while because we haven't really done anything Galaxy specific. But last week obviously Brian Jordan, LA Galaxy alum. He still works with the team, so people were seeing that in the Galaxy circle and they recognize. So he's still got cachet amongst the Galaxy fans. They still
Living rent
recognize
free
you.
there.
Rent free in their
You
mind.
gotta start charging.
Straight up.
Gotta start charging.
So how
We're
do you
gonna
guys think
start-
the last episode went though?
Bridget's
How
under
did you like
control.
your first episode? Like full time, Brigitte. Like we had a whole guest in the studio.
First interview in person and all of that. It was cool. I think definitely a lot of laughter. It was fun. I think this is like the first time I heard a little bit more in depth of like Brian's story and where his like journey, which was dope.
Interesting.
And I was so engaged in the conversation that you all made it to be something that it wasn't. And
well, I mean, she just spoke more now than she did the last episode.
Honestly, like,
so
like she was like the emoji with like the star eyes, just like.
Oh my God! I was trying to find my place. I was trying to find my place. You both have your vibe, so I was just like, okay.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll figure it out.
We'll get there. No, you did. Yeah, I think you did great. The way you looked at him was amazing. Like it was a great podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw it like twice right now. Keep on laughing.
Yeah,
she's still laughing apparently.
All right, but we got to stop living in the past.
Yeah,
so what's new with y'all?
on.
What's going on with y'all? Are you guys playing rec league? Like, what's going on with y'all in the soccer world?
You know me, I'm playing in a rec league. Actually, I believe playing the same rec league as your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I haven't played her yet, but I'm looking forward for that game.
Yeah.
Dude, Mao's she goes hard when she plays.
Yeah, so there's gonna be some red cards going out.
Oh yeah, me
she
and her
already
got it.
doesn't.
No, but like it's a super recreational league. It's not like really competitive. It's like for fun. But I don't know, like I don't think Mal can turn it down. I don't think I can turn it down.
And she's
You
already
never
jealous
turn
that
it down.
you're starting to creep. Like.
No, yeah, but me and you are here already.
She's gonna take out all of those feelings on
No,
the field.
no, before the podcast started, she was like, "There's a few names you can't call them." So I think I respected that.
You haven't gone out.
I have not called you a chiseled body goddess. Like,
So then you got to go say that.
yeah, definitely.
But, yeah, so we'll keep our eyes out Tuesdays and Thursdays. We won't say where because we're not trying to.
Yeah, we can't
No,
get
definitely not.
the paparazzi out there.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
I don't want them to see me play. Like I'm like 3 sprints away from like quitting all soccer.
Yeah.
We were playing together like in the winter of last year.
Yeah, I played like 2 games. Second game, I went in and hyperextended my knee.
Yeah.
Like 30 seconds in.
30 seconds. He was like, all right, I'm out. I think you scored before, no?
Yeah, and I dipped out.
You didn't warm up.
No.
We were late, and we were like down 2 players.
He was running late. He came in.
Recipe for
we
failure.
were down a couple players.
Gotta prepare yourself. You
But,
gotta.
like, it was a game like freaking all the way in the valley, which is not LA. 2 valley people.
One valley person, first of all.
No,
Let's get that straight.
No, but like it was running late. It was like during the week, so like I came straight off of work. I'm lying because I don't think I was working at the time, but I came a little late. Yeah, so like jump in. I jump in. I jump forward, knee buckled back, Andrew Bynum, and I was like, ooh, I'm out.
Yeah.
And I didn't play for like about 8 months, and I was feeling great because I was doing a lot of soccer workouts. All that weight that I lost, it creeped back up.
Yeah, I mean it does that. It tends to. It takes forever to lose it, and then it comes right back instantly. But
Yeah.
I'm already starting to get back in. I started playing a month ago. I know people are saying that I got a red card. I've chilled with that. I'm way more fun now.
it's maturing.
Yeah, I let the refs live.
You're there for the fun,
I'm there for the fun now.
not for the cards.
No, community outreach.
Community outreach. Yeah, I mean he's outside.
That makes
Afuera.
sense.
The man's outside. He claims to be washed up, but he's still outside.
We'll
you know?
No,
See?
you know that uncle that still lives back in his glory days.
Yeah.
I think that's more me.
That
so
like
we gotta
bores
keep
everyone
things pushing.
with
We
all
gotta
his
move.
stories.
Yeah, move forward. So let's move forward. Anybody else playing any records? Bridget? I know Bridget be out here. She playing like in 30 different teams.
At one point, I was like playing 4 to 5 days a week, but right now I'm only playing on Mondays with an all girls team at Goals in Southgate, and that's a lot of fun. It's a good workout. Shout out to our name is the Powerpuff Girls.
That's
Don't ask me
original.
why
That's
we're the
original.
Powerpuff Girls, but it's out there, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. But besides that, I don't think I'm. Oh, sometimes I play on Sundays. Maybe we'll get that team back again. Who knows?
Yeah, y'all can't be.
We got to do a co-ed, yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about it at the last Angel City game we went. Some of the friends right there, I saw them, were like, we should make a co-ed team, like, for fun. And, like, but, like, most of the players that were saying that, we were already not heavily, but we were a few drinks in. But, like, the people that were saying, oh, yeah, let's make it fun, we're all competitive people. So I want to see how it lasts.
Weren't you on our team when we had that winter tournament at the base?
When we
And
won
you
it?
won
Yeah.
the men's
Yeah.
and the co-ed?
Yeah.
That was
right
nice.
before
That was a
COVID.
nice
That was-
little
that was right
COVID.
before COVID.
Sorry, not COVID.
What was our team's name?
Co-ed.
The team
Pow, pow.
Pow pow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
that's right.
right. What's the movement though?
Pow.
All right, let's push this forward. Let's get into some recent
There it is.
happenings. Yeah.
See how I was shy with it?
You were like, pow pow.
No, pow, pow.
Yeah, he's in an awkward angle. But yeah, let's push it. Let's keep it
You
moving.
can see us. We out here comfortable.
Yeah,
We're
we're comfy.
It's
New
comfy vibes
studio.
Yeah,
today.
the
Yeah.
studio. No, the studio. Let's talk about the space before we even move on. It's an amazing space.
It's a cool spot. I mean, that's all there is to say.
Richard
I mean, we could keep
broke
it
the
moving.
bank on this one. Just open up the budget for her.
Yeah, they call her Budget Flores.
Budget Flores.
Yeah. So how about let's just get right into it. So United States men's national team, it's been panic mode for the fans on Twitter. Last couple of friendlies before the World Cup. We did not look very good to say the least. Didn't score a goal in the two games. South Korea and Saudi Arabia. I mean, no disrespect to them, but I feel like, and we'll maybe get into this a little bit more, that the U.S. men's national team fan base, I mean, those are two games to them that we should win. Or sorry, did I say South Korea? I meant Japan. Yeah, it's a bad mistake. That's a bad mistake. I'll redact that. No. So Japan and Saudi Arabia. So it's been, everybody's coming for Greg Berhalter's neck. Is it time to panic for you guys as U.S. soccer fans? Brigitte, are you U.S. or are you claiming Mexico?
Yeah, I am Mexico all the way.
Okay.
I
All
don't
right. So we'll
claim
get into
the US.
Mexico. So we'll get into Mexico. Mexico's got some
Yeah.
issues on their own.
So yeah,
I know.
But Julio, what are your thoughts here? Because I mean,
Speaking-
people are like freaking out.
yeah. I think Greg is just like sticking to a system that is not working for the players he has, and like it's giving me LAFC last year vibes where Bob was too stuck on a system that wasn't working, and as we saw the first game against Japan, coming out the back, the players that he had in the back were not working. Of course, some of the starters were missing, but that shows that we're not there yet. And it does give you a reason to panic for the simple reason that World Cup is around the corner. This time you guys start gelling, and like even if you lose a game, which you're gonna lose in preseason because you're trying out different players, trying stuff out, but you want to see that fight in the team, and I don't think there's a fight. Gio Reyna, like last game, I don't know if he was injured. They're saying it's not that bad.
His hamstring. I
Hamstring.
mean, that guy's made out of glass.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's another
Hamstring.
thing. Like the whole team. I mean, we're very young, but we're very injury prone too. So
Yeah.
I mean, Pulisic is always hurt.
Christian.
Reyna's hurt. McKinney broke his foot. So I mean, like these are core parts of the team that.
Even when Christian Pulisic was subbed out, he didn't look like he was happy with Greg.
Yeah, he didn't seem happy. There's a lot of talk about him not being happy with the way they're playing. I mean, but it's been a frustrating time for him with Chelsea. He wants out of Chelsea. He comes to the national team camp. Maybe he wants to change the scenery, and then it's two very lackluster, very boring performances from.
We talked about this though. All right, Pulisic is a great player, but we both know who our favorite player in that national team is.
Yeah.
McKinney for us.
Weston is.
But Tyler Adams is creeping up on me on that love how he plays type. And the McKinney, he's a difference maker. If he scores or if he plays a great game, the team plays a great game. Christian, he's a great player. He can make magical things happen in any drop of the dime. But I don't see him as the leader of the team.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's tough because like I said we're very young. I mean by far the youngest team and that will be going to the World Cup. So I think we need to temper our expectations a little bit. I have been a little bit defensive of Greg Berhalter, not like because I like him as a coach, but because I think U.S. soccer fans tend to be a little bit very quick to react. They see one thing go wrong, it has to be Greg Berhalter's fault. Which, I mean, to an extent, yes. Like he's playing a system that's not working. It hasn't been working the last few windows that we've seen.
It was like 7 games that they haven't won a game.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it's like look at I think we're not we have promise. We have players that can play at a high level, but the level that is expected out of them is a little bit higher than I think what the level that they're capable of is. So I think we just need to temper our expectations, take a step back because Like I do think we can make it out of our group. England. Let's talk about our group because England looks pretty bad. Wales does not look that good, and then Iran's going through a whole bunch of stuff on their own.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of turmoil in that group B.
No, as long as we beat England, I'll be great. I have a bet going on.
That might be the most watched game in U.S. soccer history.
Yeah, so I have a bet going on right now that if the U.S. beats England, my roommate has to take me out to eat, all expenses paid, because he's from England. But if England beats the U.S., I have to pay for everything. We're going to go out a whole day, and I have to pay for everything. So the U.S., like, I don't have to lot.
Man, that's a bad bet to take.
Hey, USA all the way.
You're taking it straight up? There's no, like, spread that the
USA all the way.
Julio, man.
And I'm proud to be an American.
That's
where at least
that's
I
a bad
know
bet.
I'm free.
Why do you think?
Because England is obviously – so England has a much higher level team than the U.S. If the U.S. beats or even draws England, it's a major upset. So – like, if you look at the odds for that game, you're taking it straight up. Like, you need to have, like, some kind of a spread or some kind of buffer to kind of cover that difference of levels.
As a kid, I watched a Disney movie called Miracle on Ice. The U.S. did it. Wait, I'm trying to be serious. I'm trying to be serious. The U.S. I can't do it, but the U.S. beat Russia, so
yeah,
the Soviet Union. But
sure, I mean,
we can do it again. Miracle's gonna happen.
That's a different sport, a different time, completely different. Like it's you can't even compare the two. But what I'm saying is that's a really bad bet for you to take.
USA.
You need a.
Julio's the type to go big
USA,
or go home.
I'm with you all the way.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not hating on you. I'm hating on that bet. That's just facts. That's like taking like, I don't know, like a really good team versus a mediocre team on any sport. If you bet, like, there's going to be a point spread that they need to cover. Like, it needs to be like, I don't even know is it 1 goal? Is it 2 goals?
Do you believe in miracles?
I mean, that's why they're called miracles, because they're not likely to happen.
It's going to happen.
He's just looking out for you.
I'm just trying to
no,
look
it's
out
okay.
for
It's going to be a fun, either way,
it's gonna be
win or
expensive.
lose. It's going to be a fun day.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun day. You guys are invited to come out. Invite you guys around as well.
Yeah, but let's talk about the roster, though, because I think there's been a lot of questions about who Greg Berhalter has been calling into camp. I feel like he's exiled a couple of players, especially defenders that
Brooks.
Yeah, Brooks, and then Tim Ream, who plays for Fulham. And we saw Aaron Long kind of struggle in this window.
I don't think Aaron Long should be in this roster. I don't think he might be a great MLS player, but he's not at the level of. It's kind of like Zimmerman is an MLS player,
but Zimmerman brings he has things that he brings to the table in terms of athleticism, size. Like he's a header target and set pieces, aerial target, I should say. But yeah,
Aaron Long, he looked just so out of it. He didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Yeah,
but it's not his fault. I think the coach. I don't think he's not a bad player. He's a great player. He got called up for a reason. But I think the coach set him up for failure. I don't think he's ready to play that style of game. He loves playing his style of game that he plays at his club, but yeah, he did not look comfortable.
Yeah. So who are some guys that you want to see on the final roster that are on that? Because obviously we know if they're healthy, Pulisic, Tyler Adams, McKennie, Gio Reyna, Sergino Dest, all these guys that are kind of like young core are going to make the roster. What about the in-betweeners that you want to see?
I do believe Brooks and Ream should get a chance.
But, I mean,
I don't know.
At this point, there's no way they get that
I know,
chance.
but
because they haven't been called in
they've been
forever.
playing good. They've been playing good for their I know, but you got to give players that are playing at a high level a chance, which, whatever. He has his reasons why he doesn't call him up, but in the front, all right, Ricardo Pepi, he's a great player, but he has not been that person we saw when they first called him out, that breakout MLS star. Give P-Funk a chance.
P-Fuck, Jordan P-Fuck.
FIFA.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah. It sounded like you said FIFA.
No, FIFA.
No.
Yeah.
Give FIFA a chance. He's probably at home making songs, but
yeah.
Give FIFA.
I think, I think
is it with a K or no K?
P-Fuck with a K. P-E-F-O-K. Yeah.
How do you say it?
P-Fuck.
All right. Yeah. We should give him a chance.
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing really well. Obviously, he's turned up the Bundesliga. And, we haven't scored a goal We haven't scored a goal in I don't know how many games. So that's been, obviously the number 9 has been almost
We've
cursed.
talked about
it's
this.
almost been a cursed position for the U.S. over the years. So we need guys who can score. And Pepe, I think with him, he might have got hot a little too fast, and things might have happened. I mean, because he was like unconscious. He was scoring goals at an unprecedented rate. He was 19 years old. I think things might have happened a little too fast. He got a little bit. It's like that thing where someone really young excels really early, and then they have that sophomore slump. So that might be what we're seeing with Pepe. I do think he has shown that he can play at a high level, and he can play at a World Cup level.
I think he's too young. He probably has next World Cup, but this World Cup, he might have to sit out.
Yeah.
Or
what about what's his name? Jesus Ferreira.
Yeah. So I mean, he's another guy too that's been criticized heavily, but I do think that he's talented as well. He had that open header against I think it was Japan that he kind of smoked, but he's been playing a little bit better. He's in the mix, right? So that forward mix with all these guys, I don't know. I have literally no idea who
they are talented people, but I think the people that are scoring should go.
So you think? What about Josh Sargent?
Shout out to Derby Mag. We talked about this. I just don't like his style of play. But I feel like he brings more to the team than those players that Ferreira and Pepe. So yeah. So I think he's locked in, but I think.
You think he's locked in?
Locked in.
Sargent?
Yeah.
I don't know when the last time he was called up either. He wasn't part of this.
He wasn't part of this call? I feel like it was.
Was he? Maybe he was. He was.
I think he brings more to the table than those two players.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Just because of experience and the level he's playing right now. Pepe's playing at a high level as well, but he doesn't seem like the Pepe of the MLS.
Yeah.
And as a forward, you gotta be confident. If you're not coming in confident, you shouldn't be called up.
Yeah.
He got 3 more World Cups he can make it to after this.
Yeah. So
he's too young.
I do think that we should have our sights at 2026. Like this is like kind of like the warm up. And then 2026 will be the come up.
Yeah, because they didn't even make it to the 2018 World Cup, right?
Yeah, so we didn't make 2018, and we had a really old roster then. That's all been
there's a lot of pressure on the U.S.
Yeah,
team.
there is pressure. We got through the gauntlet of qualifying, which I think was a bit harder than a lot of people thought it would be. But we made it through that, and now I think. All we need to do is get out of the group stage, and anything after that is house money.
I think it's gonna be good because they were cruising through CONCACAF play with all those teams. Canada was a higher level team compared to the counterparts, and they put a whooping on us. Not a big whooping, but it showed that
2-0.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is now that if we had these 2 games, we know now that we can't play like we played against the Central American teams because it's gonna be a higher level. You gotta bring it every game. You can't choose to bring it.
Yeah.
But they're young, so that's the stuff they had to figure out.
Yeah. How about Mexico, Brigitte? I know we were talking about this a little bit before, but what are your thoughts on the current team? Because the kits look good. We'll get into the kits a little bit too, but the kits look good. What are your thoughts on the team?
I feel like they recently they just played Peru and they won, and then they played Colombia, and I thought they had it. They were up 2-0, and then they blew that lead.
10 minutes.
Yeah, which was upsetting. So I feel like with Mexico, it's always been for me, it's always been I'm hopeful, and then somehow, some way, they always do something, and it's just something against Colombia, they just blow the lead, and it's just how does that happen? But I'm excited to see them in there, and I think that they have a good chance to to make it out of their group stage.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think during qualifying, they weren't quite playing at the level that they expected to be playing either. So I think they might be a little bit hungry to prove a lot of their naysayers.
Yeah, this could be that.
It was 1-2. Now they're 3 in the CONCACAF total poll. It's Canada. You gotta give them their respect. Mm-hmm. Ever since Drake had a good year, they've been coming up. Canada, U.S., and then Mexico.
From the bottom.
Yep. Yeah. 6.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's talk about the kits because I think that's something that I at least enjoy talking about a little bit more than the X's and O's and stuff like that. But we mentioned Mexico. Nike had so I mean you have Adidas, Nike, Puma, the big three. Couple of federations. Hummel actually just released the Denmark national team jerseys.
It's plain but amazing.
Which one?
So Hummel. They've done Denmark's national team kits forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they did. I think it's 3. They did an all red, all black, and an all white. I think. I know for a fact they did the all red and all black, but basically their whole thing was, they want to be, they want to support their team, but it's a bit of a protest, so they don't want to be visible in the Qatar World Cup because of all the human rights issues that are going on. People are dying building the stadiums. They're not paying the workers building the stadium. So I thought that was a pretty interesting move for them to do. And I mean the jerseys they look good.
Sick. The all red ones look sick.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those.
Yeah, but what are some other jerseys that have stood out to you guys so far? Besides we talked about Mexico.
The Mexico one for sure. I'm trying to get my hands on the away jersey. So
it's probably one of the sickest. It's probably
honestly, it's fire.
Probably the best one on this World Cup.
So I mean, so 2018 obviously was Nigeria. That was the top.
Oh yeah,
top
that one was
by
hard.
far. This one reminds me a little bit of that in terms of the originality, the statement that it's making.
The colors.
The colors.
The history behind it.
Yeah, the history.
I mean,
it's tapped into the culture, and so I think that's what makes the national team jerseys work so well is when it's not like
storytelling.
You can tell a story a little bit more. I guess you can do it with clubs because clubs have history too, but you can do it a little bit more from a cultural aspect. You can ingrain certain things that you necessarily wouldn't be able to with a club jersey. And I think that the national team kits that succeed are the ones that do a really good job of tapping into that. Whether it's a design tying into the flag, they all tie into the flag, but the ones that do it, a little bit better than some of the other ones we've seen, the U.S.
The U.S.
We talked about that, but we might have to bring that up again.
Yeah.
But how about some other ones? Because I know there's been some standouts that I'd like to get into. But what about you?
This team didn't make it to the World Cup, but they have a fire blue jersey. Shout out to El Salvador. They used it this past game. That jersey's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Which one else?
Let's move out of our backgrounds. Come on.
The Argentina one, I think it's the
good.
away, the purple one. I love that. Whack. Really? It's because I like color.
I love purple. Purple, on a jersey, I'm on record on this. You can check the Urban Pitch archives. I love purple jerseys. But they have the flames going down. I just think that's a little cool.
Okay, maybe they could have done better with the
but the
graphics.
Color, I love
but the color. Was dope.
Yeah. Their home jersey is good too.
The England away.
England
jersey,
away
the red
with the red. So I think
I believe that's the collar too. That's
got the polo collar. Yeah. So,
I'm with the polo collars.
Yeah.
When you play with them, they suck because
That's what I was gonna say. That must bother you.
Wearing them.
I don't like playing with collared jerseys.
Yeah, but we're not playing in these.
Yeah, we're not making it to the World Cup.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have to play with them.
We don't have to worry about that.
What other one? You know which one kind of stood out to me? The Morocco Puma. Their design.
Yeah. So I think Puma. Puma went through the. If you think the U.S. Commentary is bad, Pumas.
They're the square.
They literally were just
Yeah. So they have this same template that they use throughout their collection, where they have the square in the middle. I think it works on a couple of jerseys. It does work for Ghana. It does work for Morocco. Morocco looks pretty good, and then Uruguay. The Uruguay kits I actually think are particularly strong. But
Korea's, we made fun of him. It looked like a bus.
He said Korea as if I'm not talking about Puma jerseys right now. That's a Nike. I
know, but I'm saying
we're on Pumas right now. Please.
It came to your head and you just blurted it out.
That's me. Wait.
But I think that Puma.
Resume. What?
Anyway.
We're having a conversation here. He's just a child.
Keep it together.
This is South Korea. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now.
Namaste.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Go continue.
I think I was going to say, they have a very repetitive pattern and it doesn't work for every jersey. But the Morocco one, I feel like that is what they need to continue. The faded in centered logo and then the colors coming out.
I think one off it looks good, but to try to execute that across a whole entire nation or a whole entire set of nations, that's difficult to do. like on
Yeah.
anything, but like to like do something that, and you know, like props to them for trying something. You know, they try to go out of the box. They've done it with their third kits in the past for their club teams, where they had, you know, the club name going across the chest. But so Puma's like, they're going for it, but they're just missing.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, you can appreciate the swing, but you know, I mean, you hit some, you miss some.
But that was a good one.
Yeah,
We're
but
off
so
of
now let's get into Nike. Like, now that
I
speaking
don't even
of
want to
hit
talk
and
no
miss,
more.
bro.
Oh my
like,
God.
No, I'm
Here
joking.
you
Yeah,
go.
all right. The Korea. we said the black jersey looked like a
a bus seat
bussy, but no, like after I
looks
seen
good
him like play, like
on the pitch. Yeah.
yeah, I did enjoy. I like the jersey. I did not like the all black shorts. So I feel like it should have been like a little color at least on the logo. But like the jersey is pretty. It's pretty sick.
So I think South Korea has some of the strongest home and away. Like, so Mexico's
Yeah.
obviously, you know, up there. South Korea, Brazil's home kit, the home kit. I don't really like the away. The away kit has like the leopard.
the
yeah,
patches?
I'm not sure about
Yeah.
that. Neymar just scored the other day in that one. But the home kit is super clean. They have the single button with the Brazil flag.
Yeah.
Like, you know how it has like the
middle.
circle in the middle. They use the button as like that circle. So I think that was really clever. Who else? Like, there's another one that
I like Japan's the
Japan's
anime inspired.
Japan's both home and away. I mean, just absolute
Yeah,
class. Like,
those are dope.
The white long with the long sleeves and the cranes, like that's
Long sleeve, it's gonna be hot, but like I feel like long sleeves are not given the respect that they deserve. Like that
That's
can make a jersey so
extra
clean.
swag.
Mm-hmm.
Extra
Yeah.
swag. Yeah. It's worth the whatever extra, like $15-$20, you know, for the
All right,
long sleeve.
baller.
Okay.
I
Get
mean,
us
You gotta
one.
like that,
Get us matching
Mr.
jerseys.
Yeah,
Mr.
No,
Home-
for me,
For us.
No, it's worth it for me.
Mr.
If I'm
Home
buying-
Editor,
huh?
Mr. Editor of Urban Pitch. You gotta have money.
I mean, I have money for me. I don't have money for y'all. So
They're paying you well.
I mean, they pay me enough to get by. So let's
Enough
keep
to
it
buy
up.
long sleeve
Yeah,
jerseys.
enough
So
to get the long sleeves. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So, how about so we're like compared to previous years? I think 2018 had a lot of, you know, pretty good jerseys, but this year compared to previous years, what are your thoughts on how like the overall turnout was?
go ahead.
Is not up to par with the previous years. I think this jersey was way more. The jerseys this year have been way more criticized than past years. And if you see the jerseys from like, especially the U.S. jersey, let's just start with the U.S. jersey. Like the World Cups they made in 2010, 2014. Those World Cup jerseys are way better than the jerseys they have now. Like, there's a lot of similarities in a lot of the jerseys instead of no uniqueness to jerseys from team to team. Like Puma made one whole design for everybody. Nike did the same thing. They just switched up the colors. So yeah, I think this is probably one of the weaker years of World Cup jerseys.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, and even though Adidas, I will say Adidas, like for the most part, besides Belgium, they have the Guy Fieri type. They even went even further with the flame theory than
there's
than
like
Argentina.
coming up.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
mean it's like actual
like on
flame
the
colors
sleeves too. Yeah,
like it's like not even
It
like.
reminded me of like
so-
Dave's Hot Chicken.
Yeah. Like
Sponsor
shout out
us.
to Ahmed. Shout out to Ahmed.
See us, sponsor us.
But like the Argentina one, like the flames are at least a little bit, you know, subtle. Like with the Belgium ones, they just look like straight.
Yeah.
Like it looks like Guy Fieri's like shirt. Like
Yeah.
people have made that
Yeah.
comparison. But so I do think Adidas did a really good job, but Nike, they didn't. I feel like they fell short. They do have a lot of like really good designs. Like I think, you know, we mentioned England, South Korea.
But England's away. England's home is pretty trash as well.
Yeah, I mean that's that too. So that's that inconsistency.
Yeah.
You know, they have some ones that hit the mark. I think is it the home like Qatar? I think Qatar's the Qatar up with the centered crest. I think that looks good. But
Like
they hit the mark on a lot of their jerseys. But they also like when they miss bad. So I think that's where it differs, because I think before it's like you don't really remember the misses.
All right.
So, you know, when you're comparing this to previous years, you're only comparing it to the best of the best.
But-
So I think the best of these years, like Germany's is really good too. I think they hold up on their own compared to the best of previous years. But the misses, the ones that, you know, suck, they get forgotten over time. So I think that's also playing into what, you know.
Yeah.
I also think that it's the fact that they're now competing to show a different look. Like before, it was just like a jersey for, you know, like the World Cup, different teams, different
Yeah.
national teams. Now it's more of like we have like kits like the Nigeria one from the 2018. We have this one from the Mexico kit that like have a lot of like cultural representation, and I feel like that's what people are wanting more of. And like the more we start to see that, the more Nike, Puma, and Adidas are gonna have to kind of step up and elevate their game, which I think we're going into a different way of seeing the jerseys and like wanting jerseys because of that, which is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yeah,
it's a good thing, and it's only gonna make them more money.
Yeah.
So it's because Kanye West and Adidas are not.
Yeah, we need. Well, if Kanye designed a jersey, it's just gonna be.
Sway was right. Sway had the answers.
Sway had the answers. It's gonna be a
Sway.
straight beige, like goes down your shins
With holes on.
The shorts are gonna be connected.
Yeah, yeah. I've not liked a single Yeezy design. I'll say that.
Let's move on.
I'll say that.
So, what do you guys think about?
Let's keep it on the World Cup now. Keep it on the World Cup.
I was saying World Cup songs.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you think about the Lil Baby coming out with the World Cup
Wah,
song?
wah.
I have hot
It's
takes.
on Lil Baby.
I have a hot take on the Lil Baby.
What's your hot take, Ramsey? Please tell us.
So, I don't like. So, it's like the Budweiser official song of the World Cup. So to me, like, whereas I don't really know if the other songs like stick with you. Like obviously, you know, Shakira's 2010, the Waka Waka. That's you know, like that one. I feel like has really stood the test of time. But I had to look up 2018 and 2014's World Cup song because I didn't even remember what they were. So I don't even know if they hold that kind of like power in
Ricky Martin.
You know, Ricky Martin in 2002. But this one to me, like, it doesn't even sound like a song.
It sounds like an ad.
Exactly,
like
exactly. It's sponsored. It's SponCon. It's sponsored content in the form of like auditory, like musical notes in there. So like, I feel like our brains are all being broken by like the amount of like just ads and like the corporatization of everything. Like everything has to be like, and so like to me the way the song is broken down. So obviously, you know, it has the sample from Everybody Wants to Rule the World, right? So they have that to make it recognizable to like the older crowd. You know, they hear the tune, they hear, and I even think the band's name is escaping me right now, but they have like the credit for the song, and it's like featuring Lil Baby. I think that's how it's set up. So they have that to like, you know, get like to appeal to the older crowd that, you know, might have been, you know, like when that song was, they'll recognize that. Whereas, you know, they might not vibe with Lil Baby, and they might know who he is, but they can, you know, they don't like, that's not their thing.
It's the weakest Lil Baby song too ever.
Yeah, and then
Like,
I like Lil Baby, but I think it just sounds like it's like so constructed. It doesn't even feel like a song. You know, like it doesn't feel like it was authentically made. It doesn't feel like Lil Baby. Like he even has like a Budweiser shout out in the verse. It's like, pass me a cold one, pass a Budweiser or something like that.
Budweiser?
So to me,
who drinks Budweiser?
They don't. Okay, now so
you drink Budweisers?
Washed up people drink
Bud Light
Budweiser.
is good.
Bud Light, but
different,
Budweiser.
Like a cold, like
Bud
Bud
Light and
Heavy.
Budweiser?
Bud Heavy. I don't know about Bud
Isn't
Heavy.
Bud Light and Budweiser two different companies though?
What? Say that again.
Whoa,
Bud Light and Budweiser.
Whoa.
Bud Light and Budweiser are two separate companies?
I don't know. I'm asking. I said,
It's a question,
isn't
Ramsey.
it? I ended it with,
You got
isn't
him
it?
fired up.
Isn't it? Yo, relax.
No, I was
I didn't know-
surprised at that question.
I didn't know about any
do you
Budweiser
mean?
connoisseurs. God damn.
No. Is Bud Light and Budweiser?
But why?
How is Miller and Miller Lite? Are they the same company? Like, I don't know. I'm confused here.
Shit.
Is Coors and Coors Light the same company?
Sorry, Mr. Beer connoisseur.
Did Ramsey and Julio
Give me a brief
work for
history lesson
Urban
on
Picks?
Bud Light and Budweiser. God.
Like, that's an absurd question to ask.
Let's ask Sway.
What
He
a
has
narc.
the answers.
What do you mean?
What a narc.
But, so is Coors and Coors Light the same company? Like, what kind of
He's
question
such a
is that?
bully.
I know, he's
such
bad
a-
today. Somebody
Hey.
get him a Budweiser.
I just thought
Somebody get him a Budweiser. Somebody get him a
Somebody please
Budweiser.
get some Budweiser in here.
I just thought you were like at a certain like level of like to where you would
And
put
I am.
that together.
Facts.
What do you mean?
It's 'cause I don't drink that. Like I think.
That has nothing to do with that. Like I don't drink Coors. I know Coors and Coors Light is the same company.
Yeah, you're right. Brain fart.
It's because he just drinks the beer. He doesn't know the you know?
Who drinks? Nah, yeah.
And even then, he doesn't drink
beer. I'm sorry, with the
Budweiser.
shots.
That's like
I'm with the shots.
So we in college we convinced this dude that spicy tuna was its own type of fish. So like there's like regular tuna and there's spicy tuna. This kind of reminds me of that.
Shout out to him. I wonder what he's working on right now. Say his name, Ramsey. Say his name.
Shout out to Gabe. Shout out to my guy. Gabe. Yeah, Gabe's killing it out here. He's out back in Hawaii, but he's actually started. He's been golfing. But so anyways, we're way off.
I know he's been golfing.
We're way off.
No, so yeah, back on.
So I mean, to me, like it just doesn't seem like it's something that Lil Baby like sat down and crafted and created.
Yeah.
Whereas like Waka Waka, like that sounds like a Shakira song.
Waka, Waka.
You know, like
it's time for Africa.
Like this doesn't sound like it doesn't. It's just like I don't know if that's where we're heading. You know, to where everything has to be sponsored, everything has to be, you know, corporatized. But to me, like I heard it and like I forgot. You think it'll be
memorable? Like all right, like the Ricky Martin Ole Ole. Oh, 2000s World Cup, and I still remember it.
2002.
2002. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And then
Waka
2014.
Yeah, 2010.
2010. Dang.
2014 was like Pitbull.
Oh yeah, Pitbull.
2018, like I couldn't even tell you.
2010.
I like the Pitbull one.
2010.
Yeah.
2010 was the Waka Waka.
Shakira. That was
that was
South
a good
Africa.
one. I like that one.
Hey.
I remember listening to that on my little iPod. The one that you had to like press buttons and download music into.
Yeah. But you know what iPods are.
Yeah. Okay.
Julio,
just making sure.
Julio, do you know what iPods are?
You know an iPhone and iPod are from the same thing,
we're not
right?
talking about-
Are you kidding me right now, Ramsey?
Yeah, wait, do you know
I have the BlackBerry with the little bubble in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He
The
has
sidekicks?
it. He still has it. Yeah. I was never popping enough to have a sidekick.
Me neither.
Yeah, me either. I had the chocolate from Verizon.
Oh, the LG. Well, that had music on that too.
Yeah, it did. I just couldn't have it because you had to pay for it. I've downloaded one song. My mom went crazy. It was like $20.
You gotta get next to the TV and put the ringtone like.
Yeah.
The real ones, only real ones.
Yeah.
Hold up, I'm
Shout
not
out
ready
to
to
the
listen.
real
Home,
ones.
just listen to the track.
Or the voicemail. It's a whole song.
Thank you for calling. Call you back. Or this is the one though. This is the one. This is a voicemail. Hello. I lied. I'm not on the phone.
No, it's hi, hey. I can't hear you.
My dad.
What'd you say?
Yeah. Wait, hold on 1 second. Like I can't hear you. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Wait. Oh, just kidding. Leave a message. My dad, like he's like, you have to change that. That's like I was trying to talk to you for 30 minutes. Like, oh, God. Yeah. So that one did not go over well.
Yeah. So going back to the World Cup songs,
Yeah.
like I think this one's not gonna be memorable like that Waka Waka or the Ricky Martin's Ole Ole Ole.
Yeah.
I think it's called The Cup of Life or something.
Yeah, I wasn't
that.
old enough to remember it back then.
I don't remember, yeah.
He was in Living La Vida Loca back then.
I wasn't living La Vida Loca. No.
It was. I wasn't.
Not yet.
Other than that.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, so we have the World Cup coming up, but we also have out here with club domestic leagues, MLS playoffs are coming up. It's October coming soon. The push. A couple games left. LAFC fans here, y'all clinch that first round bye.
Scared.
What is your like your attitude heading into the playoffs?
All right, before September, we were clicking the team was looking like unbeatable, and then all the changes happened.
Yeah. And
then you're looking like, all right, Houston beat us. Like, shout out to Houston, but they're not a team that should be playing at the level of LAFC.
No,
so
Austin smoked y'all too.
Yeah, but Austin's a good team.
Yeah.
So like,
They're
but like,
number 2 right now.
I would understand it because of the changes. I'm like, all right, whatever, Austin. Like, we're still trying to figure everybody's role out. But it's been like 4 games, and I feel like they still don't know each other's role. The team has not been a consistent 11. Every game is always changing here. Even the back line is either Segura, Chiellini, or Murillo, Segura, or Murillo, Chiellini. Like, and then our outside backs, Palacios or Escobar or Hollingshead. Hollingshead had a great goal against Houston.
Yeah.
So the team doesn't
lack of consistency.
Yeah, there's no consistency
at a crucial part of the season.
Yes.
Where the way the playoffs are set up, we talked about this multiple times. It's not about who the best team is; it's who the hottest team is.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that week of because they are gonna get that bye week, I think it's gonna help them a lot. Usually it hurts teams, but I feel like this time will help them because they'll get another week to mesh.
Yeah, and so I mean it's make or break season. I mean, another supporter shield. I don't think
will
satisfy the LA
first to one.
hunger.
At this point, they have to go for it.
They have to win the title, and they might get the Galaxy in the second round. I think they're in fifth
Galaxy's
right now?
looking scary.
They're in
Galaxy's
fifth,
looking scary.
And they're starting to click.
Bogman,
Hey, give credit where credit's due because they came up.
Bogman, Ricky Puig, who was the other guy they brought in? Not Costa. So it was Bogman, Ricky Puig, and the Uruguayan. Like they're looking like they're actually clicking now. Chicharito scoring again. No chip penalties. Like hopefully in the near future, but they're looking good. I know you guys are gonna. Galaxy fans are gonna love that from me, but yeah, give credit where credit is due.
I mean, so what would another? Because we obviously had what was it, 2018 or the El Tráfico playoff match, or 2019?
2018 when they beat them, I think it was 3-1.
It was It was. I mean, that to me was.
Zlatan came on.
That was one of the most exciting playoff games, like most memorable MLS game.
Yeah,
like,
I was there.
I remember. I couldn't even get tickets to the game. I had to watch it at the base. And people, tickets were reselling for like $400 or $500, for like the second deck.
Yeah.
So, so that's like a huge deal. And that's gonna be. It's a big deal when it's in the regular season. So, to you, what will another potential El Tráfico? Because they're even playing in the Rose Bowl. They're playing the Rose Bowl next year.
We can talk about that next, but
yeah. So what is it? So what would that mean to LA? What would that mean to like beer chucking? What would that mean to the beer chucking industry? Like what are your thoughts on a potential El Tráfico playoff match?
I enjoyed the last one. I was at the stadium, and just like the environment, how crazy it was. The people are already like, these two fan bases don't really get along, but during the playoffs, it intensifies a little bit. So it is great for the city though, because like every time LA is playing good, the city just supports. So I think it'll be great. LAFC is up 1-0 on the playoffs, so it would give them a chance to make it 2-0.
I would be excited for it.
They'll have home advantage.
And
they're not playing at Dignity.
All right,
Health.
so they've lost a lot of games, but most of the games been as visitors. I think they won their last 9 home games.
Yeah.
So they haven't lost at home. They only lose as visitors. So with the supporter shield, if we can get it, it'll be all home games.
Yeah. I think it would be dope. I honestly think that this like opportunity goes deeper than just like winning a championship. It's also just like how much effort and like support they've gotten from the fans, and I think at this point it's just like not only do it for yourself, not only do it for the team, but like the LA fan base that LAFC has, I think should show them just like how much we believe in them, and like that should encourage them to kind of like bring it on, not fuck up.
Should gonna play this before their games? Inspiring. Oh yeah, we won thanks to Brigitte. Bridget gave us a
Dreams and Nightmares instrumental.
I know, right? I'm gonna become the LAFC.
We not won this championship without Bridget.
The LAFC motivational speaker over here. I could go in there. I will give him the speech.
Come in. Hold up, wait a minute.
I thought he was finished.
Nah, I'm gonna come on. We ready?
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. All right. Rest in peace, Archie Eversole. Yeah. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Julio. Julio just died today.
He's probably in Gangster Paradise.
Gangster's Paradise. Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, but anyways, there's another playoff push going on in LA in the NWSL with Angel City. We're gonna need a little bit of help. We had the chance. It was in our hands.
How upset did you get that game?
Destiny was in our hands. We're playing Racing Louisville, who I think is in second to last place at home. Must-win game.
Winning 1-0.
We score early. Couple of.
To a team that's like what, 9, 10, 8?
Yeah, so they're like second to last.
I could have sworn it was
scored
gonna be
early.
Good.
I thought that's a good sign for us. We had a lot of scoring opportunities, which for Angel City.
And they call like the first one.
They called I think 2 or 3 goals back, which Angel City we get 2 goal opportunities max in a game. You know what I mean? Like the offense is. We've had plenty of injuries. Christian Press, Sidney LaRue, both out. Both main goal scorers, and. Now we're gonna need help. We're playing Chicago on I think Sunday. We need to win that game, and we also need San Diego to beat North Carolina, who's looked really good. North Carolina has been the hottest team.
Isn't there forward like a number like up there in goals?
Yeah. So she's a rookie.
Diana Ordonez,
huh?
They got to win by a certain amount of goals?
No. They just need to. So they need to.
We have to win, and they have to win.
And
San Diego has to beat North Carolina.
So North Carolina has to lose, and we need to win. So North Carolina has a spot.
I just said that.
I know you said that, but you need to repeat things with him. He thinks Bud Light and Budweiser are two separate freaking beers.
I think you're stupid too. So what? I don't care. I'm getting childish now.
I said
No.
the U.S. played freaking South Korea.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
You know.
And we didn't call him out. We need to call him out
Yes,
more.
bro,
I feel like you do a lot of dumb shit and we don't call you out.
I do. I'm not here to talk down on anyone. I make my fair share of mistakes. I was just doing that for content. We got to spice things up here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, this is a show.
Oh, you thought I was feeling you?
Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm like, we got to, like, I was just doing that, you know, to get a rock. And I know he could take it, you know, so I'm sorry.
Pause.
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 It's 2022. We're not saying pause.
Resume.
Resume.
All right.
Resume. But, I mean, yeah, so we're going to need help. But I think if you look at the way the things happened, like played out for the season for our first year, with the injuries that we faced, you know, I think regardless of how the season turns out, I think it's been a successful season for us.
And shout out to Didi. I know she was upset after the game.
Yeah.
Didi was
but
not.
she's been balling all season. It's not her fault.
She's broken out as, you know, like a legitimate like starting keeper.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think even, you know, at the beginning of the year, like the club did not trust her.
That was our first guess. She got the urban pitch boost early, and then she's
said
been balling all year.
So
shout out to Didi though.
She had a great year,
Didi.
and so I think overall it's been a very successful season. They led the league in attendance by a mile. You know, they're able to kind of create their own buzz that's maintained. I think, you know, a lot of people might have thought that, oh, you know, this is a flash in the pan. They have hype. It's early. It's new, and it might wear off. It hasn't quite worn off yet, and I don't think I see it wearing off.
It was a great game, and then it started losing, and I started drinking.
Yeah. We're like, let's go.
So and that's the thing. Like, we had, if like you take away, it's our first season and we're dealing with injuries, we had a pretty mediocre season.
Yeah.
Like, though, I think if you talk to Freak,
but it's LA though. It's LA. Any sport in LA, like we don't know how to take
L's.
We do not. We do
right.
not. Know how to,
so I think
we don't know how to do losing properly.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. And so we had this support with this type of season.
Yeah.
Imagine if, you know, we're healthy and we have, you know, because I mean, we started the year. We're
shout out to Sarah Gordon. Get healthy.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Relax.
Straight up. Get healthy, Sarah Gordon. We pray for you every night.
Relax.
Pause.
Double shout out to you. Hope the kid is great.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, it was like the team wasn't that good this year. You know what I mean? And they're still selling out games. There's still, you know, there's still a buzz behind it. So I think this is a good base to start on.
For their first,
for
the first season.
year.
Yeah.
I mean, they're playing meaningful soccer
season.
at the end of the season.
First
That's
LA women's team.
As long as we keep Sarah Gordon and the rest of the team, I think it'll be fine.
Listen, they did great. Huge.
You think she'll watch it if I keep saying her name two more times?
No.
It's not like
All right, Sarah Gordon.
Candyman?
Yeah.
I wish he'd come scare me at night.
Someone knocks. He's so dumb. This is why we can't have him.
This is why, yeah.
All right, let's get it.
Anyway.
Let's stop talking about Sarah Gordon.
Yeah.
But yeah, great season.
All right. This has been, I mean, we've been off the rails pretty much the whole time. Is there anything else, like what else is going on before we wrap things up? Anything else that y'all want to get to that we haven't gotten to?
I was actually going to ask you all if, I mean, we were talking about the World Cup and Lil Baby having his little song.
Mm-hmm.
Little song. Oh, whatever.
Yeah, he got his little song. He's got his little song.
Yeah, his little song or whatever.
That came out without even like intending to.
What Lil Baby do to you?
No, I was just going to ask, like, what artist would you have wanted to see drop a song?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
That's a very good question. I think it obviously would need to have someone. I don't even know if Lil Baby has international appeal.
I don't know.
Like
he barely has.
He's one of the biggest. He's one of the biggest names in rap. So obviously he's gonna have that big audience. But like, I don't know.
Drake.
That's the first name that comes to mind. You know, if you go into like the world of pop, like someone like Dua Lipa, I think has that kind of like international flair.
I don't know who that is.
Ooh.
You know Dua Lipa?
Oh my God! Let's not even.
If we once
you
we
know what's
show,
gonna happen.
Yeah, once we show, there's a video on Twitter of Dua Lipa that's been going around, and the way you're talking right now, like we're not gonna hear the end of it. The next episode, he's gonna be Dua Lipa's number one
like
stan.
Shout out Sarah Gordon.
Yeah, right, exactly. So he's gonna So
once he finds out, it's not gonna.
You've heard Dua Lipa songs for sure. She had the song Lil Baby or The Baby.
The Baby.
I'm not gonna sing.
I can't.
I'm not gonna
What about Anita, the girl? That, like,
Anita. Yeah,
Anita,
the
Brazilian girl.
She knows how to twerk.
That's another.
Shout out
to Anita.
So
too.
so I think someone like that, you know,
Yeah.
and then I mean in the rap, if it was to be a rap song, you know, someone like Drake has.
It has to be Drake.
I mean, he's the biggest name in music. You know, I like to make fun of him. We like to make fun of him, but
Drake.
you know, at the end of the day, he's Drake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think him, obviously top. But I feel like I think Will Smith was in the last one, so there's like a element of washedness that you might need to have for like a World Cup song. So maybe like a washed rapper, you know what I mean? Like
say a name.
Like a Ludacris, you know? I love Ludacris, but like, come on, like when's the last Ludacris song that you heard? You know, like someone like that.
His
so
chick
like,
bad, his chick good though.
Yeah, I mean that was like what, like 2010, 2009. You know what I mean? Like, so I think someone like that, like he's an actor now. You know, he
doesn't even go by Ludacris. It's
Chris Bridges. What's his name?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So
Nelly.
Nelly. There you go.
Nelly
That's
might
another
be
great
one,
option.
yeah.
Nelly's a country artist now. So he even has like maybe for 2026. Like he's
gonna bring in that
unite
element, the hip hop,
the two sides of this country together with
country.
Yeah.
That was his country song.
Yeah, that was thrilling. That was
I know. Catch me in karaoke one of these weekends, singing your favorite Backstreet Boys hits.
All right, I think it's time to wrap up.
Yeah, it was a great episode. Sarah Gordon at Monterosa Julio on Instagram.
We're gonna cut that out.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah.
What if she sees it?
Our
She's following me.
he's down bad right now.
He's down bad.
But, really appreciate y'all tapping into this. If you made it this far, honestly, I don't blame you if you would have cut out like 15 minutes ago.
And if you look like Sarah Gordon, hit me up too.
We're gonna honestly have to take Brian's advice and do like a little bachelor episode for Julio.
Yeah, no. I like long walks on the beach. I'm good at ghosting. So yeah, holla at me.
It's cuddle season coming up, so
yeah,
he might need some.
We ain't about that.
All right. We appreciate everybody who's made it this far through. All six of you that made it this far.
That's
but
support.
Hey, first y'all know me if you leave a like.
But signing off from the not so quite washed up crew anymore. So I mean we're 2/3 washed. We got Brigitte Flores, Julio Monterosa, I'm Ramsey Abushala. Keep it tapped in. We got great episodes coming up next. But until then, we'll see y'all next time.
Let's give Bridget a nickname.
Peace.
We out.
Let me know.